Hello everyone, welcome back to AJ's DIY home projects. And today I'm working on my 2005 Volkswagen Beetle 2.0. Okay, that's what this is right here. Now, what I did was I went ahead and bought a new alternator because my old alternator was not working. And if you know anything about alternators, first of all, let's define an alternator. An alternator is what allows your car battery to keep a charge, keep it charged. Okay, so here you have your battery right here. This is your battery. Okay, now this battery is good as long as it's being charged by the alternator. Now, if you look over here, I have already removed the alternator. All right, it's not there anymore. Okay, I actually bought a used alternator right down here for about $75. Okay, now I did mess up because I should have recorded how to take the actual old alternator out. Let me just say this real fast. Taking out an alternator is extremely easy. All right. You know, a mechanic is charging you at least with the part and the labor, at least over $300 just to do this particular job. Okay, if not more. 300 is on the low end. It could possibly be even more than that. Okay, but because this is an older car that I'm working on, my 2005 Beetle, which is my second car, okay, I went ahead and just looked up on YouTube how to remove it, how to take this out, you know, and it's easy. It's really easy. I'm amazed at how easy it is to take an alternator out. But like I said, unfortunately, I had already taken it out. I should have recorded that. But what I will do for you guys is show you guys how to put in this used $75 alternator that I got from the junkyard. Okay. And let me just say this. Of course, you know, these things come with like I think it's like a 30-day warranty or whatever the case may be. Because this is my second car, I'm willing to take the chance with this particular alternator versus paying a brand new alternator $200-300 or whatever. I'm not doing that. Okay, so this one's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything works, you know, so it's just a matter of putting it back in, and that's what I'm going to show you guys how to do. All right, let me just start off by saying that once again, this is the area where you will put your alternator, right in this particular area here. Okay. All right, and we're going to go through some of the steps of what you're going to need to do. Right here, this has to be attached to the alternator. This is your cord that runs to the actual battery. All right, that has to be attached to the alternator, as well as you will have to put this belt back on the alternator. And it's not that hard, guys. It's really not that hard. As you can see, I still have it. What I did was I stuck something inside here so I can know exactly where to put the belt back on, and I just tuck it to the side. Very simple, very simple. All right, guys, so once again, I have my trusted buddy here who's going to help me. He'll be my cameraman to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, also, please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe so I can continue to bring you good content and the information that you want to see. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, so here once again, this is the used alternator that I purchased. Okay, here I just want to show you guys something. This right here is where you're going to put the belt back onto. Okay, that's why I told you I tucked the belt off to the side. All right, now one thing about these used alternators, that when they take them off of the old car that it came from, they leave some of this stuff that needs to come off. So here, this little rubber piece needs to come off. I'll hold on to it in case I need it, which I don't think I will. And this piece here would have to come off, okay, because I already have this particular piece. let me go ahead. I don't want to bore you guys. I'm just going to take this piece off, and I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this and take this off, and I'll be back with you guys. Thank you. So here's once again, this is the alternator. When you are installing this alternator, all right, here and here, this is the top portion. This is the bottom portion, all right? So what I'm going to do is take this into this hole, drop it down, all right? And as you can see, this top portion fits right in there, real easy, real simple. But what I'm concerned about is the bottom bolt. The bolt that goes here, which also goes right here, if you guys can see that. Here and here have to be lined up. So what I'm gonna do is just make sure. So we're just gonna take this alternator and we're going to make sure that we put it in the correct spot. Okay. So if this is the top, that's the bottom. You just slide that onto the bottom down there. Okay. And then slide the top in. Just want to make sure that you're able to get your bolt. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tighten up these two bolts, the main bolts that are holding it in. Okay. And I don't really want to, oh, I dropped it down there. Let me go get it. Guys, I'll be right back. I'll go ahead and finish this. I'm just tightening the second bolt here. Okay. Tightening the second bolts. Like I said, these are the main two bolts that hold the alternator in. So once you get these two in, that's a plus. Still has some other stuff that needs to be tightened as well, but you just want to get it nice and tight. Okay. And the top, tighten it up a little bit more. All right. The bottom, let me make sure it's tight. So I have to keep cranking this thing to turn it, to tighten it, because I don't have a lot of wiggle room to just turn this all the way, which is normal, no problem. This beats paying somebody big time money for no reason to do this. Okay, guys, let me just finish this portion and I'll be right back with you guys. So this pulley here is attached to the alternator. This pulley here is attached to the alternator. All right, this has to be put back on into this particular spot right here. If you look here, you have 3 screws. You have 3 bolts. Right? You got 3 bolts. These bolts go inside of here. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So what I'm going to do is just line this back up the way it was before down here. Okay. Line it up here. Okay. God bless you. God bless you. That's my sidekick, my trusted buddy, who's here helping me record. Thank you very much. Now, as you can see, I'm just going to take this inside here and keep going until it goes all the way through. All right. And there it is. Just like that. Okay. Take the other 2. I'm going to line them up, put these all in there. All right. And just so you, once again, you have 2 bolts that go up at the top, right here, and here, and you have 1 bolt underneath that has to be put in. Let me see if I can show you from another angle here. Can you guys see that? There you go. You got 1 bolt here, another bolt's gonna go here, and 1 at the bottom. And I'm gonna do that right now, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead. I have already put the bolts back on here. 1 bolt, 2 bolts, 3 bolts. Let me see if I can just show you guys real fast. All 3 bolts are back on there. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this belt back on this tensioner. All right, on this pulley tensioner. All right, here we go. simply take this belt, which I already have. Oh, it actually came off from the bottom now. So I gotta do a little bit more work. Let me see here. This goes this way. Okay, I'm gonna take this out, which I had in here, to keep it in place. This is actually giving me more trouble just getting it out. Piece to keep it in place. Take this out, like that. And this is going to go down, up and over, like that. But unfortunately, the bottom came off. So let me go work on that piece and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys, so I went ahead and I put the belt back on. Okay, and hopefully you guys can see that that belt is on. Okay, now I'm going to pull this piece out here. All right, this is a big thing that, like I said, I wish I had showed you guys from the beginning, but I have an Allen key that I put in here. It went in between this little hole, between this hole and this hole here. All right, that allowed me to loosen the tensioner. It allowed me to loosen it so that I can take the belt off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this piece out, okay? And as I pull this out, it's going to tighten this belt back so that it'll stay on and won't come off. All right, let me see if I can do this on camera. Hold this, buddy. All right. In order to tighten this belt, which means I have to let this tensioner, release this tensioner. I'm going to take this here, okay? This is just a 15 millimeter socket, okay? I'm going to stick it right here in this particular hole right here. You guys see that, how it fits right inside here? All right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press down so that I can pull this Allen key out. So I press down. All right, and I go ahead. Can you guys see me taking this out? Make sure you get this. Can you guys see me taking this out? See how this came out? This Allen key came out. Okay, now I'm just going to release it. I'm going to release it slowly. Watch what I do here. Watch it come on an angle so they can see. I'm going to release this slowly. As I release it, it's going to tighten up the belt. Okay, and that's it. Now the belt is nice and tight. See if I can show you guys. The belt is nice and tight. All right, nice and tight. All right, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to, if you look down here, all right, this has to be put back onto here and tightened, which I'm going to do right now. All right, that's going to be tightened on here. All right, and where is it? This piece here. All right, this goes straight to the battery. All right, so it goes from here, which is this piece here, all right, and goes straight underneath all of this stuff and goes to this particular, comes out right here, and this gets plugged into here. And that's basically how you do your alternator. All right, I'll be back with you guys in a second.
No, wait.
Okay, so once again, right in here, this little screw that's coming out, all right, what I basically did was take this piece here, all right, and put this back on here, all right, and tighten it up. Get yourself a nice socket and just go to tightening it. So really, this job is completely easy, guys. Seriously, like, this is no sweat. There's no reason to pay somebody all that money. Once again, do me a favor and like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe to my channel so I can continue to, you know, show you guys little things that I've learned and how you could possibly save money as well as by doing some of this stuff yourself. I'm just tightening it, guys, making it tighter. That's all. All right. Now, the last part I have to do, and then we are done, is just take this piece here, All right, this little power piece. See it? See the little power piece right here? All right, and then just plug it into this hole. Plug it into this hole right here. All right, easy, easy, easy. And then we should be done. This should be it. And there you go. Now, that basically shows you how we installed this alternator. All right. Now there's some other little pieces that need to be put back on, like this particular piece needs to be put back on. It's just something to make sure that you keep everything in place. All right, something simple. It just goes here. Actually, let me see here. How do I put this back on? That's funny. But this is just a protection piece, and I'm going to figure out how to put this back on as well. All right, guys, be right back. Another reminder is to make sure that you plug your battery back up. Of course, you know, what I do is to be on the safe side. I know they say to unplug the negative side of your battery, but I just go ahead and unplug everything just to be on, just as a precaution, make sure I'm nice and safe, everything's safe. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back on here. All right, and these have to be put back on nice and tight, okay? So right now they're a little loose. I'm gonna tighten them, but make sure you tighten yours as well. All right.